You've heard it before, just show up and you'll get noticed. But here's the truth. Being available doesn't make you valuable. It's time to stop merely showing up. It's time to make yourself indispensable. You deserve to be more than just someone who fills a seat. You deserve to be someone who changes the game. Are you just available, or are you truly valuable? Many people spend their lives waiting for a chance, hoping they'll be noticed. But the truth is, the world doesn't reward those who are just available. It rewards those who bring value. Today we're going to unlock the power within you to not just show up, but to stand out, transform your life, and impact those around you in a way that cannot be ignored. To become truly valuable, it is essential to first understand the power of purpose. Purpose is not just a concept. It is the very foundation of a life filled with meaning, direction, and significance. Without purpose, a person drifts aimlessly, merely existing instead of truly living. Purpose breathes life into your actions. It transforms the mundane into the extraordinary. When you align your life with your purpose, every task you take on becomes infused with meaning, and you begin to operate at a higher level. It's no longer about just getting through the day. It's about making a real impact. Imagine a car without fuel. It may have the potential to reach great distances, but without fuel, it can go nowhere. Purpose is that fuel. Without it, you find yourself expending energy but making little progress. But when your purpose drives you, it propels you forward with incredible force. Purpose gives you the clarity and vision to navigate life's challenges with confidence. It empowers you to rise above setbacks and keep moving forward, even when the road seems uncertain. When you recognize the power of purpose in your life, it shifts your mindset from just being a participant in life to becoming an active contributor. You are no longer a spectator watching life unfold. You become the creator, the architect of your destiny. With purpose, every action, every decision, and every step you take is intentional. You move with a sense of urgency, not because you are rushing, but because you know your time and energy are valuable. You understand that every moment counts, and you're driven to make the most of it. Purpose also helps you prioritize. It helps you say no to things that don't align with your calling and yes to opportunities that bring you closer to fulfilling your mission. It provides a framework for making decisions, and when you face difficult choices, your purpose will serve as a compass, guiding you toward the right path. When you know why you're here, the distractions that once seemed important become insignificant, and you are left with only the things that matter most. Furthermore, purpose is deeply tied to your self-worth. When you understand your purpose, you understand your value. You know that you are not just occupying space, you are here for a reason. You bring something unique to the world, something that only you can offer. Purpose cultivates a deep sense of self-respect and confidence because you know that your existence is not by accident. You have been placed here with a unique calling, and when you step into that purpose, you unlock your true potential. When you operate from your purpose, you stop seeking validation from others. You are no longer dependent on external recognition to feel important. Your worth is grounded in the knowledge that you are fulfilling the very reason for your existence. This sense of purpose empowers you to stand tall in the face of adversity, because no challenge can take away what you know you are meant to do. Purpose gives you the strength to continue, even when the journey is difficult. It fuels perseverance. It drives you to push through obstacles because you know your destination is far greater than any temporary setback. And when you operate from purpose, you become more than just a person who shows up. You become someone who transforms situations, influences people, and makes an everlasting impact. You are not just here to occupy space, but to create change, to add value, and to leave a legacy. Excellence is not an act, it's a habit. It's a mindset that permeates everything you do. Mediocrity, on the other hand, is easy. It's the path of least resistance. It's about doing just enough to get by, taking shortcuts and cutting corners. But here's the truth: mediocrity will never get you where you want to go. It will never open doors of opportunity or elevate you to the level you desire. Excellence, however, is a differentiator. It is the standard that will propel you forward when others are stuck in the rut of complacency. When you strive for excellence, you are setting yourself apart from the crowd. People notice excellence. It stands out. It demands attention. Excellence doesn't just get you noticed for a moment. It builds a reputation that lasts. You become known as someone who doesn't settle for less. You become known as someone who always brings their best to the table. And when you become that person, people will seek you out. Opportunities will gravitate toward you because excellence attracts success. Excellence doesn't mean perfection. It means giving your best effort, regardless of the circumstances. It's about bringing your full potential to every task, whether big or small. It's about putting in the work, even when no one is watching. It's about showing up with a level of commitment that says, I am here to make a difference. And when you do that, when you consistently show up with excellence, you set a standard for those around you. You become a role model for what is possible. The key to excellence is consistency. It's about developing habits and systems that support your commitment to being your best every day. Excellence is not something you do on occasion. It is something you embody in every moment of your life. When you make excellence a lifestyle, it becomes who you are, not just what you do. Excellence requires discipline, focus, and a relentless pursuit of improvement. It's about pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone, even when the task seems overwhelming, and doing it with passion and perseverance. In a world that often celebrates mediocrity, you have to be willing to stand out. You have to be willing to go the extra mile. Excellence doesn't come easily, but it is the foundation upon which success is built. When you commit to excellence, you not only elevate your own life, but you raise the standard for everyone around you. Your example becomes a beacon of what can be achieved when you refuse to settle for less. Remember, the world doesn't reward mediocrity. The world rewards excellence. The more you commit to giving your best, the more valuable you become. You transform yourself into someone who doesn't just fill space. You become someone who makes an impact. So decide today that you will no longer accept mediocrity in your life. Strive for excellence in everything you do. Push beyond the limits of what's comfortable and redefine what's possible. Be the person who adds value, not just presence. Be the person who makes a lasting difference. Your commitment to excellence will not only set you apart, it will change the course of your life. Your unique skill set is what distinguishes you from the crowd. It's not enough to simply show up and be present. True value lies in what you bring to the table. Each of us is born with inherent gifts, talents, and abilities, but it's up to us to recognize them, hone them, and develop them into something extraordinary. The world doesn't reward mediocrity, and it certainly doesn't reward those who are simply available. It rewards those who have cultivated their skills to the point where their contribution becomes indispensable. You must ask yourself, what sets me apart? If you can't immediately answer that question, then it's time to invest in yourself. Every skill you develop adds a layer of value to your character, making you not just a participant, but a game changer. Excellence is built upon knowledge, mastery, and consistent effort. You can't afford to stagnate, to rest on your laurels, or to assume that because you've reached a certain level of competency, that's all there is. To truly become valuable, you must constantly evolve. This requires an attitude of lifelong learning and self-improvement. In a world where competition is fierce, standing still means falling behind. The skills that were relevant 5 years ago might no longer hold the same weight today. Technology changes, markets shift. New problems arise, and with them, new solutions need to be found. In this ever-changing landscape, the key to remaining valuable is adaptability. Learning new skills, upgrading existing ones, and staying ahead of the curve. The more you know, the more you can do, and the more you can contribute. Think of your skill set as an asset. The more you invest in its development, the greater its return. People with highly specialized expertise are sought after because they are irreplaceable. You don't become irreplaceable by being average. You become irreplaceable by mastering something others cannot do or do not know how to do. That's where true value lies. This is not about simply being a jack of all trades. This is about becoming a master of your craft. You want to be known for being exceptional, for offering something no one else can offer at the same level. Take time to reflect on your strengths, then commit to honing them. Identify areas for growth and improvement, and create a roadmap for yourself. Set clear goals for your learning, whether it's acquiring new technical skills, gaining more experience in your field, or broadening your knowledge in other areas. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and tackle new challenges. Sometimes true growth comes when you push yourself to try something completely unfamiliar, to risk failure in order to gain wisdom and mastery. Mastery doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of consistent practice, feedback, and refinement. As you develop your skills, don't just focus on competence, aim for excellence. Excellence isn't about doing what's expected. It's about going beyond what's expected and setting new standards for others to follow. It's about becoming the go-to person, the one others rely on because of the depth and breadth of your knowledge and the consistency with which you deliver results. The more valuable you become, the more opportunities you'll attract. The more expertise you gain, the more doors will open for you. Your value will be reflected in the respect you command and the opportunities that come your way. People will see you not as someone who is simply available, but as someone who is indispensable, a person who brings so much to the table that your presence is a privilege, not a convenience. When you cultivate your unique skill set, you don't just increase your worth, you increase your impact on the world. True value emerges when you serve others with intention, not merely out of duty. The difference between serving out of obligation and serving with intent is profound. Serving out of obligation often means you're just showing up because you feel you have to. You may be physically present, but your heart and mind are elsewhere. You may be completing a task, but you're doing so without passion or purpose. This kind of service may meet the minimum requirements, but it doesn't leave a lasting impression. It doesn't inspire or elevate those around you. On the other hand, when you serve with intent, your service becomes transformational. You are no longer just completing a task. You are contributing something that has meaning and depth. You are actively seeking to make a positive impact in the lives of those you serve. Whether it's a small act of kindness or a major gesture of support, when you serve with intent, you make that act count. It is deliberate, purposeful, and full of value. You become someone who doesn't just fill space or meet basic expectations, but who genuinely seeks to improve the lives of others. When you serve with intent, you are not looking for recognition or reward. Your motivation comes from a deeper, more fulfilling place. You are focused on the positive difference you can make in someone else's life, and this mindset shifts everything. People can sense when your actions are authentic, when they come from a place of genuine care and concern. This kind of service builds trust because it is rooted in sincerity. Trust is one of the most powerful currencies in relationships, whether personal or professional. When people trust you, they not only appreciate you, but they also rely on you. They begin to see you as someone who is dependable and whose actions are grounded in integrity. This trust you build through serving with intent is what sets you apart. It's what transforms you from someone who is just there to someone who is essential. It's through service that you earn respect and admiration. And it's through that respect that you solidify your value in the eyes of others. People don't remember the ones who just showed up. They remember the ones who made a difference, the ones who made them feel valued, listened to, and supported. Moreover, serving with intent isn't just about what you give, it's also about how you give it. When you give with purpose, you do so with thoughtfulness and consideration. You put your heart into your actions, and when you do this consistently, people begin to see you as someone who is indispensable, not because you are always available, but because you are someone who brings tangible, meaningful value to their lives. You become more than just a participant, you become a catalyst for positive change. When you serve with intent, you create ripples of influence that spread far beyond the immediate moment. Your service not only helps those you directly serve, but it also sets a powerful example for others to follow. You demonstrate what it looks like to lead with purpose, to act with intention, and to live with integrity. As you continue to serve with intent, you will find that your own life becomes richer with meaning as you not only contribute to the lives of others, but also grow in your own sense of value and purpose. So remember, the true power of service lies not in the act itself, but in the intention behind it. Serve with intent, and you will not only add value to others' lives, but you will also elevate your own, and in doing so, you will become someone who is truly irreplaceable. Taking initiative is one of the most powerful ways to show your value in any situation. Too many people wait for opportunities to come to them, hoping that one day someone will notice their potential. They believe that being available is enough, that as long as they are there, someone will eventually give them a chance. But that mindset leaves you stagnant, waiting for something to happen rather than actively shaping your destiny. If you want to become truly valuable, you must understand that the world does not owe you anything. Opportunities do not simply appear because you show up. Opportunities are created through bold action, through stepping up and taking ownership of your future. When you take initiative, you send a message to the world that you are not passive. You are proactive, determined, and ready to make a difference. You stop waiting for the right moment to act, and instead, you create those moments. You understand that success isn't just about being in the right place at the right time. It's about making sure you are in the right place by creating the right time. You take action not just when it's convenient or when someone gives you permission, but when you see a need, when you recognize an opportunity, or when you simply know that you can make a difference. Being available might get you noticed, but it's taking initiative that gets you recognized. When you show up but do nothing, people may see you, but they will quickly forget you. When you take the initiative to go above and beyond, to challenge yourself, to offer solutions instead of waiting for problems to solve themselves, that's when people start to see your true value. You become someone who can be counted on. You become someone who doesn't just fill space, but someone who fills a need, makes a contribution, and adds real, lasting value. Taking initiative is about ownership. It's about taking responsibility for your actions, your decisions, and the impact you make on those around you. When you step up to challenges, you demonstrate your confidence, your resilience, and your ability to lead. The world does not need followers, it needs leaders. And leaders are not those who wait for instructions. They are the ones who step forward and make things happen. Whether it's at work, in your relationships, or in your personal growth, taking initiative means that you are in control of your own future. You are the one shaping your path. This mindset positions you as essential. You are no longer just another face in the crowd. You become a person others look to for guidance, for ideas, and for solutions. Your value becomes undeniable because you have proven that you are not just waiting around to be called upon. You are actively seeking out ways to contribute, to improve, and to make things better. And this is how you become indispensable. When you take initiative, you embrace challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. It's not about avoiding difficulty or playing it safe. It's about stepping into the unknown with courage and determination. You don't just sit on the sidelines and watch life unfold. You engage with it. You take the reins and shape your destiny, knowing that the greatest rewards come to those who have the courage to act first. Ultimately, taking initiative is about making your presence not only known but felt. It's about showing the world that you are not just here to occupy space. You are here to make a difference, to leave a mark, and to create your own opportunities. When you make that decision to step up, to lead, and to act, you position yourself as a force to be reckoned with. You are no longer just available, you are indispensable. Being available is easy, but becoming truly valuable, that takes intentional effort, growth, and a commitment to excellence. Today, make the decision not to just show up. Make the decision to make your presence known, to add value, to change lives. The world doesn't need more people just taking up space. The world needs people who are valuable, people who leave an indelible mark. Now, go out there and be more than just available. Be someone whose value is undeniable. The world is waiting for you to show them what you're truly made of.